Hi, guys. Welcome to this week's episode of Monday Matters. It's Monday, January 10th, 2022. And Monday Matters is where I offer additional insights based on my church's Sunday sermon. And then I invite you to experiment with some practical applications for the week. All right. So now, first, I invite you to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications. All right? Very good. So this week's sermon came from John chapter 20, verses 24 to 29. And then we pick up the last two actually at the end. But anyway, the thought was from I Choose to Believe. So here we are. It's after the crucifixion. The disciples were talking about seeing the resurrected Jesus. Well, everybody except for Thomas, right? He wasn't there. But according to John, when they did tell Thomas about what happened, he was like, well, unless I see the mark of the nail in his hand and I put my hand in there and I put my hand in his side, I ain't never going to believe it. Well, fast forward about a week later, they're all in that room, locked room together again. And here comes Jesus. This time he spoke directly to Thomas. And he said, here, put your hand here. Here, put your hand here. Well, when he did, Thomas was like, my Lord, my God, right? Yeah. And Jesus was like, yeah, now you believe. You know what? Don't be so hard on Thomas, because just because he chose to believe after he saw, I mean, we all have doubts like that, right? If somebody told you that they were Jesus, would you believe it right away? Probably not. Case in point, the day before hearing this sermon, I was watching a movie. Actually, it was a documentary, but it was about this guy who was a journalist and an atheist. Coincidentally, maybe ironically, he was married to a Christian woman. And at some point, she actually became more active in her practice. And he said he noticed a difference, right, in the way that she was relating to him, the way she was relating to their son. So one day, he went to church with her. And there was something that the pastor had said that led him on this journey, this truth journey, to see if Jesus was really who he said he was. So he began by scientifically deducing that the odds of any one person, well, any normal person, fulfilling as many of the Old Testament prophecies as Jesus was like 1 in a million, a 1 in a trillion. Sorry. Yeah. But the thing that really got him was the accounts of what happened after the resurrection. So first he pointed out that if the believers were just going to make up some story, they wouldn't have said that the first person to see him was the least credible person on the planet. A woman, for God's sakes, right? Never mind which woman it was. In addition, the Bible says that after the crucifixion, they just all went back fishing, back to their lives, seemingly in denial of knowing him at all. But then something must have happened, not only to change their minds, but to do so in such a drastic way that it caused them to fiercely spread the message and the teachings of Jesus in spite of the persecutions that they would most assuredly face. Now, keep in mind that witnessing all those miracles firsthand hadn't even done this. So he concluded that this thing must have been seeing him after the resurrection. And not just them, but hundreds of people during that time also reportedly saw him after the resurrection. All right. So, as God would have it, shortly after this, I was on Facebook. I see this post. It's listing all the disciples and the horrific ways that they were tortured and killed. The whippings till death, the beheadings, the hangings, sometimes upside down. And they were all, I mean, all they had to do was say, that it didn't happen. But they didn't do that. So this guy was convinced enough that he chose to believe, and he changed his life. Now, at the end of John's book, he says he didn't even write about all the miracles, but these were written so that you may believe, and by believing, have life in his name. Now, that journalist, he created his documentary about his findings so that you may choose to believe. I do these Monday Matters episodes and my vision workshops so that you may believe. And my coaching programs are in service of providing a structure of support for you to live a life in the name of love. Love with a capital L, right? So what do I have to offer you this week? Well, the only thing that was coming to me was to repeat the exercise from last week, right? So if you didn't do it, do it. And if you did do it again, right? So here's what it is. You want to take a few minutes every day for the next 7 days to connect with the power that's breathing you. So you need to set your alarm on your phone, go right ahead. But you want to sit where you're going to be uninterrupted, right? Close your eyes, take some deep cleansing breaths, right? Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth like you're blowing through a straw, right? So in essence, you're smelling the flowers and you're blowing out candles. And you want to repeat that as many times as you need to at a normal rhythm. But as you breathe, you want to generate a state of gratitude by thinking of all the things that you're truly grateful for, right? From the minute to the mighty, okay? And then just allow that pure positive energy, the love of God, to just wash over your entire body. Just relax into it. Now, and for those moments, lay all your burdens down. Then you can resume your daily activities, but from that state of being. Now, if 7 days activates your nervous system, then do it for 3. And then add a few more after that, right? So I would really love it if you commented on your experience below. It could be a blessing for somebody, like the writers in the Bible, like the atheist who documented his truth journey. All right. Well, that's it for now, guys. Just always remember, it's not enough just to agree with the Sunday sermon. It's what you do on Monday that matters. All right. Well, you know what? I love you guys so much. Thank you for your time and attention. And I'll see you next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.